Okay, so thank you very much for watching the mix from Willbe. We have Willbe with us right now. Hello, Willbe. Can't hear you. Wait a second, just a technical issue.
Hello, hello. Vous m'entendez?
Yes.
Hello everyone, salut tout le monde.
So, Willbe, can you tell a little bit about you? Who you are, how you get into the demo scene, and so on?
So I started in the late 90s with in the PC scene, starting with MS-DOS demos and the emergence of Windows demos back in the days. And I joined Cocoon and before that Orion.
Yeah.
And so lots of great memories in the French parties like LTP, Volcanic, and other foreign demo parties like Breakpoint. So a lot of good times.
Nice.
And in 2004, I started to create a mixtape series called Demo Vibes, like the one you just watched. And it's been more than 20 years now.
So do you have a story about Demo Vibes? How the first Demo Vibes happened in your life? How did you come to create Demo Vibes?
Demo Vibes was a simple need for me because I was very active back in the days in 2004 and in the demo scene. So I wanted to bring the music from the demo scene in my car. So I created a mix that could fit in 18 minutes CD back in the days. So I could load it in my car and enjoy the best demo scene music we had the chance to have. So it started like this, and as I was very fond of trip-hop style, it started, the first volume was very chill, very low, down tempo.
Okay, we have Masami right here. Maybe you have a question for Willbe?
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
I have some question about, because I'm a musician and a synthesizer programmer, so I want to know how difficult it is to rearrange or format the music to fit into a vibe you can listen in the car compared to the vibe you want to feel when you compose music, especially for demo scene. What the difference between composing directly for an album listenable into a car and an album you compose from tracks you make primarily for demo scene?
Well, I didn't adapt much the music I gathered for the mixtapes. The chance we have is the composers from the demo scene are so talented. They compose extremely well-written pieces of music, and they know how to make them sound so right, so loud and impactful. So I remember having adapted very few pieces, because when you hear them in the headphones, it could be a little irritating. So sometimes I had to recompose or rewrite, but it's not very you know. It's not respectful to the to the original composer, so I don't do that anymore.
Okay, so Willbe, do you have a current project or further project you would like to develop?
Well, nowadays I'm not active in the demo scene so much. I joined projects when some people ask me, and I continue the Demo Vibe series, but R2K had taken over the Demo Vibes project lately, and I try to issue a couple of volumes when the time is right. So it's when I have the time, when the people request it, and when we can do it together.
Yeah. And about it, how the constraints of composing for demo scene drive you nowadays to compose for other projects and to design sound, for example, or um, to choose the right sounding instruments, and how the Damascene experience um, drives you on your current projects, for example.
Well, now I'm composing a music soundtrack for a pinball machine, a real pinball machine, not a computer simulation. So it's a project driven by former Demosing members. And of course, the music from the demo scene is a, a true inspiration, and the sound of demo scene soundtracks is often a tribute to analog synthesis, and we can see if you play back the new demo vibes mix, you can hear 3 tracks from Gargai of Conspiracy, and is a great example of how to make a simple synthesizer to sound so great. So it's a quest to find the right sound, and in its pure form, very efficient, and in it's a beauty in its sound. With the effects, great reverbs, awesome delays, a simple form is very elegant and impactful.
Yeah, no, please.
Yeah, really interesting. Can you tell us more about the project on the pinball machine? Uh, did you use old-fashioned hardware to make sound, or is it
Modern?
rhythm modern DSP or string audio players, for example?
Well, I do not happen to possess old analog gear or samplers. I only rely on VST simulations and recreations of old synths. So I see no problem in hitting the target to obtain a certain vibe of sound, like Moog synths or Juno or old samplers. I just need to find the right tool to get the correct result. So no, just in the box, I use Reason as a main DAW, and I get no complaints so far.
No, that's okay. You can.
Okay, really interesting because some people now say you have to compose on original hardware, and it's not pure if you don't use original synthesizers. So it's really interesting to know the creation derived the tools, and the imagination is just the most important. And another question about implementing sounds into a pinball machine. Did you compose sounds and music to fit interactively with a game, like little snippets or things like that? Or did you just compose a whole soundtrack more statically broadcasted into the pinball machine?
Well, it's a quest to match a certain vibe or certain energy regarding what's the theme of the timely element. I give you an example. I see a list of like a track list. The first is a mission in space. The second is a mission in hyperspace. The third is a mission inside a video, inside the spaceship, where little creatures are trying to eat the cables. So we have little stories, and we have to adapt and tell stories with the music and the sounds that have to convey images and pictures and imagination.
Okay.
Last question, maybe Masami, or
Yeah, just a last question about generally composed music. Did you compose for other projects like unusual project like this pinball machine, or that's for you the first project to implement music into another thing than computer-based game?
Well, the previous project I had the chance to work on was a shoot 'em up, but not the classic type of shoot 'em up. It was a manic shooter where you have a very little spaceship at the bottom of the screen, and it shoots a massive amount of bullets, and you have to dodge a very large amount of bullets and enemy bullets. So it's very frenetic and very energetic. So when I was asked to write a soundtrack for it, I was wondering if I had the guts to produce a soundtrack that was impactful enough with a very high BPM and very you have to have the adrenaline in it. So I simulated electric guitar riffs and solos and very jazz fusion themes, very high speed, and it's very fusion, a style that goes everywhere at the same time. It's very frenetic, and I'm very proud of it. The editor released it in vinyl, and it's a great achievement for me. And another creation that I have the chance to work on is actual VST instruments and effects. I produce with a friend of mine in Paris, and we have a very small company called Infonic, and we release synthesizers and samplers and effects in VST audio unit and AAX and rack extension formats.
Oh, interesting. It's funny because I previously heard about your company without knowing it was your company. So, I don't use personally a lot of VST because I've got a great collection of original synthesizers and samplers. But a friend of mine advised me about your synthesizers, and I tried it, and I think we'll buy something.
Here you can tell it's quite demoscene related because it's focused on old samplers and 12-bit samplers, and we have a Sega Genesis synth emulator,
Yeah.
It's an FM synth that can load patches from actual VGM files. So we had a little utility that can play VGM files. You can enjoy your usual Mega Drive or Genesis soundtrack, and you can pause and drag and drop the little sound from the utility to the synths, and it automatically loads the patch. So it's very fun to experiment with it.
It's particularly the tool the friend of mine advised me because I'm currently working on an actual Genesis Mega Drive game. And with a friend of mine, we wrote our own tools to make music on. But
Awesome.
when we find and dig the internet to know if somebody did tools about making music sounding like a YM2612
Absolutely.
chip, we accidentally found your tool. So before knowing it was your tool, so it's very interesting. I've got a last question about making career into music and video game music and old-fashioned video game music currently. If you had to advise a young composer, not a junior composer, but a composer who never get into the video game market, but who have an experience with composing music, what can you advise him or her to go into the video game industry, and which skills are mandatory to switch from the, for example, movie soundtrack compose to the video game music composing?
Well, it's not very far from the movie composing to the video game composing, because you want to match a certain emotion, a certain energy, but you have to build a very strong culture in terms of listening to actual video game music and movie music to match the commonly culture that we all share. We all know the E.T. soundtrack, the Indiana Jones soundtrack, the Star Wars soundtrack, and it's very very deep into our consciousness. And you have also you have to master your tools to produce the best sound that you can, while expressing the energy and the vibe you want. If you want to express sadness or anger or desperation, etc., you have to build a certain emotion palette. And that, I think that's the most difficult thing, because we all know to write a piece of music, but we often miss to ask ourselves what's the first principle of emotion that's triggered by my piece of music. So I think it's you have to step back and make listen to your music to people, to random people, and say, what's the first emotion you can you read in my music? That would be my advice.
Yeah, you are totally right. Because when I started to compose music for video games, I was really young, and I was 13 years old, I think, and we didn't have tools to put music into the game. So I had programming skills, and when I started, you have to have programming skills plus composing skills, and currently tools are really accessible. So I think young composer can totally focus on culture, musical video game culture, and I think the same than you, um, emotional design and emotional writing of the music.
Absolutely, it's the core of our work. We all want to trigger something when we create things. So so I think it's very vital to share with the other people in the team to be sure our work is getting somewhere, and the path is as simple as it should be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Willbe, thank you very much.
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
very great to have you with
Thanks
us.
thanks for having me. It's an honor.
It's a pleasure. I don't know if you know Taki Bunker, but he will, in a few minutes, he will do some mix for us. He will play some music for us. So I would advise you to watch because it's awesome. And I hope you will come physically with us because there are a lot of stuff that doesn't happen on the stream but happen in real life. So come with us at Shadow Party.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
great
much,
party.
Willbe.
Salut tout le monde.
Salut.
Salut. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.